What is up, everybody? Gingy Beardy Guy here. I want to welcome all of you to the stream. We're going to have ourselves, like we do every single night, a chill hangout with all of our friends. I've got some collectibles to go through for you guys. I haven't done one in nearly 2 months at this point, so was looking to maybe do some of that. But otherwise, I don't have a lot of plans. Kind of thought we could open with Gamedle to start. But yeah, sound off in the chat. Who's with me? I know it's super late. It's also a Monday morning. Looking forward to the week coming up.
Another line snapper. Watch your line tension closely.
Want to thank everybody for being here. If you haven't done yet, please hit that like and click the follow. Your support, of course, is appreciated. Sorry, I'm just getting one more thing going here, and it's kind of distracting me a bit. Okay. All right, we're good to go now. So yeah, like I said, we'll warm up with this, and then we'll go from there. I feel like this is zombie. Red. Zombie U is the only one they have here. This is that one from the developers of, oh my god. We're off to a bad start. Names are bad. I don't remember names very well. Or at least when I need it, I tend to blank. So, Dishonored is the title I'm looking for. The hell was it called, though? This vampire game they came out with. Dawn something? Grim Dawn? No. Until Dawn? No. Did it start with an R? Red something? There it is. Let's back this up a little bit. There we go. Certified entry into Germany. You think it's a wartime thing? Let's try Brothers in Arms. No. Could Sniper Elite be one of them? No. Your name here, male, your age, gamer, murder, victim found in the streets. Lying in a pool of blood. Hey, Dilly, how are you? He must now travel back in time across 5 different centuries to pursue his murderer and alter the course of events that led to this demise. What? Ah, cleaning up clips, yes. Oh, what kind of game? 5 average attempts. Yeah, I kind of imagine. Some kind of game with time travel. And it's placed in Germany. What could that be? The only thing I can think of is Deathloop, but I don't think it'd be that, would it? No. What's that? Computer enhance. Oh. Okay, that's the limit. Okay, this is older. Could it be a Wolfenstein thing? Return to Castle Wolfenstein? No. Oh, right. This is highlighting things. Xbox, PC, PS2, Adventure. Ooh. I'm going to just write the word Destiny, because it feels like that's what that last word is. I don't know. Tales of Destiny? No. Oh, it's right there in the copyright. Shadow of Destiny. Oh shit, this is 3 hours. I don't want to see that. I don't think I've ever seen this game. Well, not that I've... No, I've never seen it. Let's go to YouTube. Do I want to open my YouTube on camera? How about we don't? Is there a commercial? I guess, why would I look for a commercial? Oh, there's a PSP trailer from 16 years ago. Okay. Are you familiar with this one, Dilly? Not even a little. I'm sure there's good reason for that. Somebody was murdered? Oh, right, your character's supposed to be... Is it one of those, like, time loop things where you are murdered and your death sort of starts to loop over again? But you can live on.
What?
Through a power unknown.
Please use it well.
Yes, who are you?
And you've come from the future, am I right?
Uh-huh.
The fated hour is 2:30.
What? The power to defy fate?
I kind of want to see... I mean, this is all game footage, but I want to see gameplay? These all seem like cutscenes. Who murdered you?
Watch out!
That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, is who murdered us? So is it like narrative driven? Like, am I just going to keep looping on the story and it just gives me something new? Or is there even a loop at all?
Here, you forgot this.
You know,
It is
does that
yours,
play a
right?
mechanic in this game, or is it just a narrative device? I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do in this game. Is anyone else catching on to what this is? Shadow of Destiny. Will I?
I don't want to die.
Embark on a journey filled with mystery and time travel to change your fate. So my question is, based on what the trailer is saying, 30 minutes you die. You gotta loop back time to figure out who murders you, right? So is it a game that gives you a 30-minute runtime that you just have to get it through, otherwise it loops back and starts over? Or is it something more? Author Miyuki Miyabe. Okay. Well, that was cute. Hmm. We're going to get through all the dailies and then maybe we'll dig into some collection stuff. Oh, this is it Mighty Number 9? Oh my god. Take the G, thank you. There we go. Dog, rap music, dance moves. Well, that's Parappa, baby. Easy peasy, man. I guess we'll start with Parappa. Newer than 96 is something that could be in third person. Let's try something reaching the aughts. Let's go... maybe not Mass Effect, because that's exclusively third person, right? Maybe it's Skyrim. Nope, newer than that. More than third, first person, and virtual reality. What more? Isometric, I guess? Could it be Grand Theft Auto? Cinco? I see. You're right. It didn't have VR. I don't know why my mind wasn't even going that way. It was like, no, it's more than VR. Like, we've got a few things there already. First and third, a single-player, multiplayer type thing with co-op. What kind of games offer that nowadays? Could Call of Duty on console still be that way? I've been on PC for so long, I'm not sure if the console version is solo only, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so hold on, before I do that, newer than 2013. I don't know. Wait, would Call of Duty have a third person by that point? No, it's probably more like a... something with co-op. Kind of want to throw COD out there because it might just confirm to us if it's a shooter. Let's see here, creation engine. I'm trying to think if there's any red flags for that. I guess. No, Take-Two isn't. No. Activision's the publisher for that. So, okay. I'm going to do Call of Duty. But now I got to go through this big fucking list. What came out before, like, after 2013? Only Modern Warfare 3, the new one. Maybe Modern Warfare 2, the new one. I almost want to pick the third just because it gives us a better span. Let's do it. Oh, I nailed the year. And we can eliminate shooting. Awesome. So it's fairly, well, it isn't newish, 2023. First person, third person. And it has co-op. I mean, it kind of makes me think of Halo Infinite. But that's not on PlayStation 5. As far as I know. Something with local... Is it local co-op? No, it's just cooperative. It doesn't say split screen. So let's think. With online co-op... and some kind of competitive multiplayer. First, third person. 2023 wasn't even that long ago. Was it popular? So many things come through now, you're just kind of like, I don't know. We do get a clue after one more attempt. Let's check our themes for a second here. What are the chances it's an action? I think it has a far better chance of being action than warfare, personally. When did Elden Ring come out? Is there co-op in Elden Ring? And is there a first person? I think there is. There is co-op in Elden Ring. Let's try Elden Ring. It's first person if you're using a bow. Okay. That was 2022 apparently. And it's listed as strictly third person. Didn't really help us one bit, but it did get us over that threshold so we can show a clue. Open world action. Saints Row. Oh yeah, guns. Well, I've kind of just thrown away like 2 or 3 guesses like that. Open world action. Not a shooter. First and third person. All the ones I'm thinking of are shooters. This thing's on PS5. I think I need music that can get my brain moving. Let me just pick a track here. Let's go with... It's a fun track, but it's distracting me. This is a nice groove. Let's think. Action, open world, with multiplayer and co-op. Did Lethal Company go to consoles? I don't think it has. I have a pretty strong confidence that is not on console. Has Baldur's Gate gone to consoles? And would Baldur's Gate be considered open world? I don't think it would be, right? I guess if it's open world and there's multiplayer, I'd assume it's an RPG of sorts. See, that's my question. I have no clue. I don't think it does. Now that you mention it. It's also isometric, which is not in the perspective. I'm really grasping at straws here. So this came after Elden Ring. Has multiplayer, as an open world action game. To think of one that's not a shooter right now is tricky. What about a survival game? Something like The Forest? I know The Forest came out well before 2023, but was there a survival game recently? I guess survival games have guns in them, so they wouldn't necessarily... Oh, but Valheim. Dang, okay. I mean, we're eliminating engines here, so that's good. It's probably a Unreal title. Should have grabbed a drink. Damn it. There's no cooperative in, like, a Spider-Man game, right? Come on, help me out, Mr. Fish. Oh, there we go.
Our race takes place today on Kerbugs Island Lake.
Well, that's not helpful for anybody right now. So I'm going to say it's Unreal. Let's try and narrow it that way. Unreal Engine. I mean, ooh, no, shit, can't be a shooter. God damn it. Sometimes I feel like I'm on track for something. It's like, yeah, no, there's guns. There's guns. Guns. Is the campfire survival crafting? The campfire? I'm not familiar with that. Picture on the themes? It is survival. Yeah. But we've got confirmation for action open world, so I guess now that you point that out, survival would not be the option. Neither would fantasy. More sandbox, more comedy, more warfare. You still don't know the genre yet either. Or stealth? Oh yeah. Is there a racing game? Racing game for both platforms for 2023. I'm gonna say adventure because we have a big red-on shooter here, so it's an adventure title. Not RPG. potentially could be a racer. And now that I think about it, did Forza Horizon come out around that time? Would that be considered an action game? Let's try it. Wait, no. Forza... It's Horizon 6 that's coming to PlayStation. 5 is not on PlayStation. I don't think so. I could have sworn that 6 was going to be the first one. But that's like the only thing I could think of that's like still open world, but not a sandbox. I'm gonna try it. It did nail the themes though. I mean, it got 3 of the boxes. Yeah, that was 2021. It was a while ago. Whoopsie. I don't know if we're getting this. Yeah, definitely not racing. So what's left? What's left that would be an action open world game that is not with guns? Oh, because it's yellow, but it only has the cars? You're right. You're absolutely right. So, okay, what can we confirm? It's a adventure racing title, right? Yeah, we can rule out Nintendo for sure. Could it be the Crew? Like the Crew 2? Maybe it's Crew Motorfest. It's gonna be a gamble. I can't... I'm pretty sure Motorfest came after. Because there was a whole debacle over the licensing of Crew 1. But 2, I think, was still available. It was just the servers closed for Crew 1. And I think Motorfest was sort of the substitute for that came afterwards. I don't know for sure if the Crew is open world, to be perfectly honest. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's a Ubisoft title. And they're kind of known for that. I always had the impression that it was like open world. Let's do it. Fuck yes! Nice. I'm super happy for that. Look at me. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna get to some... Well, thank you. I want to get to some... oh, hold on. My mouse needs to move. We're gonna get to some collectibles here. Not collectibles, I suppose. Just things I'm adding to my collection. Jury's out on whether you think they're special. I'm gonna grab a drink, though. So I will return in a moment. Okay. I'm back. So we'll get into it here. Got my camera all set up. Oh, yes.
Welcome back.
Let's change up the tunes a little bit here. I got like all this stuff in the way, so I have to look around. So many options. Okie dokie. So, this is probably the most variety I've had in any of these collection find videos. We're going to start from what I feel are the least special and really just more of a novelty for myself. So I can't say that I'm like too attached with this sort of thing, but I do have an HD DVD player for my 360, and once in a while you come across some of those titles just at the thrift shops, and they're sold for relatively cheap, and if there's an interesting enough movie, I might grab it, and that's sort of a new thing recently. I've had the player for a while, but I guess you could say the fixation started when I finally came across some. Like, they've just sort of started turning up. Like, I'm not actively searching for them, but they come in, and there was like a pretty sizable collection that I came across once. It was like $5 per title. I should have just got the whole stack of them because there was a lot of good stuff in there, but when I later came back to look at it again, it was mostly gutted of all the good shit. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I have some HD DVD videos here just for the hell of it. So we're going to bring them both out. Nothing special. The Batman one was pretty cool. This was just, I thought it was interesting because it's a dual format. So it's like double-sided. Nothing really else to say about that. And then I have this Blu-ray for Red vs. Blue Season 10, which is still sealed. Well, kind of sealed. It's a little torn there. But yeah, $10 for that thing. I thought that was a pretty good find. I have, like, the original Blood Gulch Chronicles box set. And slowly, because Rooster Teeth is like, no, well, I think they came back. So I don't know what's on their store these days, but a lot of the content is gone, right? So I've been finding them in the thrift stores, which has been pretty cool. All right, we're going to move on to games now. Nothing really special to say about this one. I have it just because I got it for $4, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, the Hasbro Family Fun Pack Conquest Edition for Xbox One. Don't really, whatever, I'll look at it later. It was $4. So I was like, why the hell not? And the condition wasn't bad. These board games that you get on console are great. You know, they're pretty rough around the edges, but they still get the job done. And frankly, I love board games for sure. Tabletop, like, is probably my preference, but if I'm in a situation where I can't do that, it's great to have the virtual. So, okay. Do I want to reorganize this? I think I'm going to grab this one first here. So, moving on to a new system. It's Mortal Kombat for the PlayStation 3. This one still has manual and a bunch of other cards to it. I always liked how the PlayStation cases did the discs. They always pop out so nicely. Xbox is not so much, but yeah, quality's pretty good. I paid $8 for it, so I'm happy with it. All right, next up. Kane and Lynch, Dead Man for the PlayStation 3. Paid $7.50 for this baby. I'll admit it was an impulse buy, so I'm not entirely sure if I went over on what it normally goes for. Not that that really matters, but you know what? Let's pull up pricing here. I'll change the screen over. You played that one? Wait, why is this shit so blown up? Let's go back. There we go. Okay. Kane and Lynch. Am I spelling it wrong? L-Y. Oh, it needs the ampersand. Okay. Just under... Well, it's actually about $12.81. That's not bad. Saved about $5 on it. You know what? Let's bring up Mortal Kombat as well. It's really annoying that it's just called Mortal Kombat. Nope. That looks about right. If I click on that title, though. Oh, no, I don't want the Vita version, though. I just want like that on PS3. Here it is again for $360. Oh, here we go. The complete edition doesn't say anywhere on the case. Okay. Oh no, that one actually distinctly says complete. Let's try filtering out the console. Games. Can I not filter out consoles? Oh, set. Here we go. Okay, this one is, yeah, about $12. Again, I paid about $8 for that one, so pretty nice difference there. Okay, back to desk. So what else did I find? Boom. The sequel. Somebody definitely had their collection purged recently. Look at this. There's like a Brady Games little book in here. I'm actually not sure if it's supposed to come with this. Almost seems like it was made for it. Very, very cool. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Now, again, the condition on actually all three of these is pretty solid. There's no scratches or anything. The plastic's a little scuffed and there's like old tags on it, but really happy with these. Lately, I've had some crazy luck finding PlayStation 3 titles, so really happy I can sort of expand that collection a little further. All right, we're moving on to the next console here. So sometimes you just find something that's cheap and condition's good. Like, I'm not just... I guess I do buy some that are in terrible condition, but I think that depends on the rarity of the title. This is not one of those rare titles. It just is one that I have never seen in such good quality. Usually when you see it on the thrift shop shelves, it's like torn up. It's a, you know, it's a title that kind of gets put through the shredder. I'm that way with books. I have some beat up books, but they're very, very hard to get. Yeah. So that's not the case with this one. This isn't hard to get, but I think it's difficult to find one that's in such good quality. So this is Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013. And I just, you know, I don't have a lot. I mean, some might say I do. I have enough, but the Wii library in my collection is fairly small. It's probably my second lowest library. No, it would be my third. I think if I had to rank them, just looking at I'm talking about the TV consoles, not counting handhelds. Wii U is the worst. Then it's GameCube, and then Wii. And I've been wanting to expand it. So I guess you could say that I'm buying whatever I want right now. But $350 is not a bad bargain, so I'm not complaining in the slightest. And you know what? Cabela's is a vibe. You get a few friends over for some drinks. Maybe you'll just fire it up. And Wii, of course, is like the best system to play it on for sure. If you don't have the arcade machine. Okay. Another Wii title here for you. This is another one of those just like novelty sort of experience type things. But Rapala Tournament Fishing. What does our fish friend have to say about that?
I suggest you scout for new water.
You don't say. Well, I'll be the judge of that. I don't know. I thought it was fun. $8. I paid more for this than I did the Cabela's, but I don't know. It just, again, quality's good. It still comes with a map, which is crazy. Actually, no. That's the manual. It kind of looks like a map this way. And I understand now why it's like that. The manual's looking kind of furled, so I'm going to have to iron that out a little bit. But let's have a look for both of these. Let's go back here. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts. Should I have been specific? Probably. $2013. Look at that. Complete price is $634. I'm not sure if this is considered complete, but it's got a lot of stuff in there. Manual's never been pulled out. We'll bring it back to the desk here. Whatever this discount is. Exclusive Hunters discount. You know. This seems pretty complete. Paid almost half. I think that's a good find. All right. Hala Tournament Fishing. Whew, okay. Sometimes you flub. Sometimes you flub. So I paid $8 for this one. Honestly, I'm not disappointed. I think, 'cause I've never touched this game before, but fishing games are a blast. At least they can be. And again, Wii's just one of those systems that if you're going to get any kind of experience at home with it, minus a peripheral, it's probably the Wii. All right, I'm debating. Should I just get through the last Nintendo game that I have here? So again, the whole thing about like books and whatnot. When you come across like really old stuff, like cartridges, for me at least, it's hard to argue not to get it. I mean, of course, I know what to spot for with like repros and shit. At least I like to think I have a good eye for it. This one's in really solid quality, so I'm, you know, I guess you could say that I kind of went for it just simply for that reason. And it's still in the plastic, but I wanted to show you that, you know, the label and stuff with it. I like how they don't put the label on the cartridge directly either. So I paid $15 for this, which I already know I paid more than what it typically goes for loose, but this is shooting range. And you know what? We can take it out of the plastic now. You're gonna just tear it. Like the condition seemed really, really good. No dings. Pretty typical tearing. Wear and tear and all that stuff. Can't really get the camera in there, but the pin seemed all right. So yeah, I went for it. Off the top of my head, I think it goes for like $8. But we'll switch back for a moment here. Shooting range. Ah, there it is. So loose is about $10. I paid 5 more than that. I mean, considering the age and condition of it, I'm fine with that. I don't know if I'd pay any more for an S cartridge, to be perfectly honest with you. But this is like, according to this, it seems fairly common. But like, honestly, first time I've seen that in the wild before. So the person I got it from, not the person I got it from, the person running the till, as I was putting it through, she goes like, this was one of the first games I ever got to play on a Nintendo system. And I made a comment about how for others it's probably Hogan's Alley, and she had no clue what I was talking about. And that, I mean, we didn't dwell on it or anything like that. She didn't really ask what it was. She kind of just let the conversation die there. But I kind of assume that for most people with the Zapper, it's either Duck Hunt or Hogan's Valley, or both. In my case, it was both. I never played Shooting Range. Didn't really know about it until much later in my life. Like, it just goes to show. Duck Hunt for you? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to move on to another console. One of my favorite ones. I'm sure you can guess what it is. No real, I mean, sentimental value. I enjoy Mass Effect. When I first played it, and I tried it when it launched, I kind of just sort of veered off the golden path, ended up on like some kind of ice planet, and got stuck on the boss, which infuriated me to the point where I just couldn't play it anymore. I'm sure it's a great game to just like sink your teeth into. Big commitment for me. Maybe someday I'll get to it. I know we're like how many years past that point, so maybe not, but who knows. $10 though, and I didn't have it in my library, believe it or not. I have the other ones. I'm pretty sure I have 2 and I have 3. This still comes, look at that, Battlestar Galactica. Ain't that awesome? Condition's great. $10? Well, $9.95. Not bad if you ask me. We'll see how much money I wasted on that, but not so bad. So this absolutely is just to fill a spot on my shelf, but it is a big piece of gaming history. I don't know how massive it is, to be honest with you. I think to the right player, it's probably a big deal, but came across the Destiny Taken King Legendary Edition for the 360. Only $5. And that's the receipt from the thrift shop. We'll just move that over. It's got some add-on cards, which I'm sure are already used. Not that I can redeem them. Man, I hate how they like... I hate that they eventually went to these like light plastic versions where they just, I don't know. It look at this thing. It's just littered with important safety information and bullshit like that, and then you just got a big hole just punched out in the front there. It's just, I don't know. I'm fine with them cutting back on the plastic, but I don't know. You could make them more like a PS3 game, you know? Like, that's effectively the same amount of plastic that they've taken out of the cover here. But anyways. $5 for that baby. All right, this next one, I also paid $5 for. Command & Conquer. Kane's Wrath. Now, I have the other one, the Tiberium Wars. So I'm really excited to have this, because I loved Tiberium Wars. Was king of the genre for so long? Yeah, absolutely. There you go, $5. And this, too, comes complete. I think the disc is actually really solid. Look at that. 3D printing is nice. How are you doing? What's up, Rotato? Oh, not much. Just going through some collection, some new additions to my collection. I keep wanting to call them collectibles. Let's be honest, they're not that collectible. Just really trying to bolster my shelves a little bit. We're also comparing pricing to see if I've wasted money. I mean, arguably anything I've purchased here today is probably a waste of money, but I'm telling you, it looks great on the shelf. You have Destiny for PS4, but do you have The Taken King Legendary Edition? Okay. So we want original Mass Effect, complete in box, $680. I paid $995. That's a little higher than what it probably should have been, but I mean, no more than 10 for this condition quality is pretty good. Really checkmated you, huh? Let's do Destiny, Taken King. Whoops. Oh my god. Taken King. What comes up? Legendary Edition for the 360. Okay. I was $1 under on the price. That's good. Command and Conquer. Oh, I'm way under on this one. I paid $5 for that. Do I have Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection for the PS3? Maybe. Give me a second. Okay, no, I don't. But I match you with Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit on the 360. And this one's complete, too. Comes with Season 1. Does it? Yeah. Bonus DVD. Episodes 1 to 7. Anyways, we're getting distracted. So Kane's Wrath, completed box, $12.95. I paid $5 for this. Really happy with that. Okay, so this last one, I guess depending on who you talk to, might be special. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy Steelbook completed too. Damn, I don't have that one. Do you have a Grand Theft Auto 4 Special Edition with the lockbox, keys, and bag? So, okay, this next one. You do? Nice. Nice. You better cherish that. Oh, sealed? Okay. All right. So, okay, I found this, and what really caught my eye on it is just the packaging. It's green, like an Xbox case. And it does have some Xbox branding to it. It wasn't too much money, so I thought, why not scoop this thing up? So, Street Fighter 4, The Ties That Bind, is apparently a pack-in DVD movie that came with the special edition. And so it's a full feature length. I think it's 45 minutes. I'm actually not entirely sure. Following the events of Street Fighter II, with M. Bison and his Shadaloo crime syndicate defeated, The world faces another threat. The rise of a SIN and its genetic terrorism. Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken, Guile, and Cammy are brought together once again. So from my understanding, this bridges the gap between 2 and 4. I mean, condition could be better. The paper in here is like worn and stuff. Oh, there's like cool artwork inside. But the DV's pretty clear. The case otherwise is really nice. You can see there's like some wrinkles in the plastic. Otherwise, it's good. And I paid $3. $3. $3 for part of a special collector's edition. Okay. That's it. That's all of it. These have been on my shelf for way too fucking long. I'm so glad that I'm through it. I can now take this stack and put it on my shelf. So I'll never have to see it again. Or see it forever. Who knows? I have the original Assassin's Creed for the PS3. It was a silver case. There was a silver case for it? I have the original Assassin's Creed as well, but for 360. I was the 360 kid growing up, so. So that was my thing. In fact, I experienced my first red ring on my original white 20 gigabyte Xbox 360 console from playing Assassin's Creed during launch week, I'm going to say. I think I got like 2 days in on it and it crashed like halfway through the story. And then my console just ringed from that point. You were the PlayStation Nintendo house? Yeah. Xbox Nintendo here. So what do we do now? Well, I'm not gonna take this stuff over. I'm just gonna put it maybe back off to the side. Assassin's Creed Special? Yeah, dude. I got the statue up on my shelf right now. I still have all the boxes those came with. My fiance hates it. I have totes of just boxes that I keep protected because I don't want them to get flooded or anything like that. So, okay, we're going to dive into some stupid shit here now. Since I got the whole, like, setup with the camera, I mean, we might as well do this. So, I'm not collecting trading cards in my adult life. In fact, I think I stopped doing anything, like, with trading cards probably as I was getting out of high school. Maybe just, like, leading into high school. So, like, somewhere around, like, late 2000s, like 2009 or so. You got Demon Souls for PS3? No, I don't. No. So anyways, I recently went through, you know, some of my boxes in storage. And I brought out my old trading cards. I have Pokemon cards here. I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards here. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through them. Oh, I also have... These are... You guys probably don't care to look at this. But I'm going to share it anyways. Because most people don't know that this was a thing, but when the first Harry Potter movie came out, they had a trading card game. Just the Harry Potter trading card game. And, I mean, if you guys were curious about it, we could go through what I have. It's not like a huge deck or anything, but... These have just always sat around. I've never done anything with them. They're still in pretty damn good condition, though. I do say so myself. Oh, you had ads? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, what I was showing off is basically I brought out my old trading cards that I collected as a kid. I don't do any of that now that I'm an adult. But what I was showing off here was, if you guys are curious, I have, and let's go to the desk here. You got any website that I can buy Xbox retro consoles that ship worldwide? Honestly, no. At least none that I'm aware of. I think, what's that one site? DK Oldies or something? They might ship worldwide. I've heard a lot of things about them, though, that people seem to disagree with. Not necessarily. I've never bought from them, so I can't really say for sure. People are either really happy with it or they're really disappointed with either the quality of the product or the price that they charge. I'm not sure. But Past and Present Games is another one I'm familiar with. They're based in Manitoba. I think they do ship worldwide, and you could talk to them on their website. I mean, go to their website. Anyways, I don't know if you guys care to go through this, but there was a Harry Potter trading card game. This came out when the first movie hit theaters, and not that I was really fixated on it. It just seemed interesting to get. Like, at the time, if you guys, I guess some of you here probably are of the same age, so like you just bought cards sometimes, you know? So these I ended up getting. These weren't like a promotional item for like, I mean, maybe they were only, well, there was a trading card game. I think they really wanted it to become something, but unfortunately it did not. So that's what that deck was. I'm not going to bring it out and flip through cards if people don't care for that, because I know they're probably more interested in the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon stuff I have here. You guys are probably going to be disappointed with the way that I've been storing these things. They've been well secured. I mean, as you can tell, like, the condition is still pretty good. What should we go through? Maybe we'll do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. So I do have some loose ones here in a Ziploc. I don't really know as to why, but look how old this Ziploc is. It still has the blue and the purple. It's definitely gone through a few generations at this point. So yeah, we'll break this out in a moment here, but just to get through a little extra stuff. I don't even know, like, the rarity of any of these things. I just know that the shinies are special. So do we need, I think I'm going to change the tune. There we go. All right, is this visible? You guys can see that okay? So one of these days I'll have to go through like the lot of it. I mean, there's no point in holding on to them if, I don't know, maybe there's potential to resell. I'm not about to get into a whole thing about that. I really hate what trading card culture has become. You can't just enjoy a game anymore. It's like you gotta just keep collecting, cycle through all the big pricey cards, and just to see what Pokemon's gotten to. Like, just the kinds of people that are my age get into fights just because, you know, they want to get Pokemon cards. It's fucking insane. All right, so yeah, I had the Joey tin. Joey was my favorite. So there's like all kinds of things in here. Again, I haven't really like touched this since I was a child, or potentially the last time I would have packed this away, which would have been probably just after high school. So it's been a while. Of course, some card protectors, which, why are there no cards in those protectors? Well, I mean, you can only fit so many in this tin. So this Scooby-Doo thing, I think it's supposed to be a piggy bank. Yeah. And it had a thing here where you could put a lock on it. It's just like some stupid little novelty thing. I think I might have gotten in like a Scholastic book or something. And I got all kinds of like little things in here. Okay, hold on. These are in here pretty good, actually. Hold on. Okay. This is cool. This is like uncovering an old little treasure chest. Sorry, it's like the perfect width of the card. And I don't know why I thought in my bright mind to do that. Okay, that worked. We'll keep this going. What else is in here? There's like an old name tag from Tim Hortons, because I used to work there. Oh, pile just keeps going. Tim Hortons thing. What else is here? Can I still make some mean coffee? Look at that foghorn leghorn pin. I'm not even like a pin guy, but I don't know. You come across them and they just pile up. I mean, Tim Hortons can't even make a mean coffee these days. But I love my coffee. And yes, I make amazing coffee. I don't get into like pressed coffee or anything like that. What's this? It's like so this was a pin that you got when you completed your training at Tim Hortons. Okay. So this is a big ass stack. There's also more in the tin. But I think we'll start with this. And we'll go from there. I'm just going to take a drink here.
Nice fish.
Nice fish. Yeah. Better than Dunkin' or Starbucks? I think that's subjective. I mean, I'll admit, Starbucks, not the best. But I don't think Tim Hortons can hold a candle to that. That being said, and I don't know if you actually you're in the States, right? I'm a second cup guy, so I don't know if that is where you are, but in light of recent events over the last like 2 years, you're in northern states. Yes, we have Timmy's here. Yeah. In light of recent events, let's say over the course of the last 2 years, mostly when Trump got into the whole like anti-Canadian sort of speeches, my fiance and I really made an effort to buy Canada first, and Second Cup is a Canadian company. And so we completely ditched Starbucks and moved on to Second Cup, and we've been much happier. Much happier. Okay, so I guess I could just flip this over and I'm going to split the deck because it's a bit of a handful. So let's see what we got. Wow. I'm sure there's nothing special in here at all. This is so weird. People stream this like all the time. It's crazy. I guess it's more exciting if you're tearing packs. You know, they always do, like, it's like, what is it? The 7th card in is like the special one, so you always gotta like stack it. Ain't none of that happening here. Just very basic, common Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I really enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh in its heyday, when it was like the first 3 or 4 seasons or so. I was way into it. My brother played a lot. I played a lot. Not competitively, mind you, but we did try to. We were way more competitive with Yu-Gi-Oh than we were Pokemon. I guess if anything comes out that seems special to you guys, you can let me know. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. So what we're going through here, if I remember this correctly, the cards that are still in the tin is like, I'm pretty sure it's the deck that I would have played with. These would have been all just extras. Oh, look, a Spear Cretan. We already saw that one. Holy shit. Probably saw that one a couple times, too. St. John. Oh, my goodness. Holy shit. Colors are getting darker. That means they're getting rarer, right? Oh, we went back to brown. Hope you didn't mind that blue there. Just a bit of a tease. Getting back into the magic. Oh my god, tremendous fire. Woo! So hot. Trap cards. Good old those trap cards. You like that? Actually somehow completely avoided. Was avoided by Yu-Gi-Oh! You know nothing about it. I mean, it's not the craziest thing I've heard this week, actually. Okay, the other half. The other half of the big fucking just pile of cards here. How do you miss those two? That's unreal to me, man. I mean, I guess that just happens. Sometimes I just forget how, I guess, enthralled I was with television as a whole and just pop culture. Were you ever a Pokemon guy? I remember when the show first started to air. I was like visiting a friend's house and he just had it on the TV. I swear to you, it was like the second or third episode that ever aired. And that was it. Changed my life. Mind you, I'm not like one of those obsessed Pokemon fans, but I get a real kick out of Pokemon still. I'll play a Pokemon game. Yu-Gi-Oh! On the other hand, I don't know. I know it's been making a comeback. When they came out with the Master Duel game or something, whatever the current like free-to-play card game is that's online, I was into that for a little while just because it was very reminiscent of the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Like the games big time, yes, but I got out of it. Again, after second gen, but Snap, Stadium, all of that for sure, yeah. Whole 360, not, wow, 360. 64 era of Pokemon titles, all very wonderful. You know, I think I stuck with it probably up to about GameCube, like Pokemon Coliseum kind of time. And then it started to fall apart from that point on. I think I certainly bought Battle Revolution on the Wii. And then that was kind of where it just slid off a cliff. Like, I didn't keep up with having a DS, so I kind of missed, like, Black and White, like, those games. I came back around, like, X and Y. And then I think I've tried every other game since then, at least once. And really, I just go back to playing the mainline stuff. Like, I really enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. And Sword and Shield was also pretty good. I'm excited for, like, Wind and Waves to see what they're going to do with that. Because they generally do deliver. Like, people have their reasons to, like, hate them. But I would say, you know, they've been fairly consistent. I just get tired with how repetitive it is. Oh, silver was my shit. I still have my original copy, the one I bought when it first came out. If I ever had a chance to go back and talk to my younger self, I would tell myself to save every last box that my games came with, because I so desperately want that to have a Pokemon Silver in-box copy, and all I needed to do was just not throw it out, and I just am so mad at myself for that. Because I do so well with, like, everything else. I don't even understand how that was the one that got through, you know? But I mean, most of my 64 titles are like that too. I do have my original Banjo-Kazooie box, but that's about it. Like, it's kind of crazy how that kind of stuff happens, but yeah. So yeah, woo, look at the cards. Oh my god, cards. These are all coming back to me now. I would spend hours just like sifting through, trying to build the best deck that I possibly could. And then Beyblade came out. And then it was like, okay, not going to dedicate as much time to cards anymore. We're just going to flip through them. If I was... I mean, I won't be as lazy. If I ever wanted to, like, organize these into, like, a binder or something, I feel like we could have a cool, like, chill stream with that. Peacock! I'm sure this whole stack has been just a snooze fest. How many metal fish have we seen? Feels like a lot. Drooling Lizard. The Great and Powerful. Okay. So, we have probably this is more than likely my core deck, and I'm going to say most of what is in the... I don't even remember what the deck limit is, actually. This is probably more than that. We're tapping out. All right, Dilly. Well, thanks for hanging out, my friend. Always good to see you. So we'll put those to the side there, because I think those are where the specials are kind of come from. But we got some shinies in here. Gemini Imps. Shining Angel. What else we got here? Oh, this has some shine to it. Graceful Charity. Chaos Emperor. Dragon Envoy of the End. And this, unfortunately, is bent. Looks kind of special, too. Return Zombie. That one also, I think, has... condition could be worse. Prohibition. At least we're seeing some shinies in here. UFO Turtle. Infinite cards. I don't know what the deck limit is, actually. So, like, maybe this is too much. We're going to start from the back. Okay. Oh, why is the phone... Okay, it's not doing it anymore. That's good. Here we go. Oh my god! See, the tricky part about this... Here's Catapult Turtle. Pretty sure that came in the base deck. Standard Time Wizard. I think that came hollow for some too, right? Life Force Sword. Fissure. Book of Secret Arts. I know, I think I had some of Yugi's cards in here. Sword and Shield. That one's been very well used. 2 Sword and Shields. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is not... Here we go. This feels more comfortable. You guys can judge me. This is literally... Well, more than likely, the cards I would have been using in an actual game. Loved Dark Magician. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Got a holographic Toon World. Right? Yeah, it's got some sheen to it. Shadow Spell. Dragon Capture Jar. That one's not even all that special. Where's that one? Monster Reborn. Mooka Mooka. Spiritualism. Why does this feel so thick? Oh, there's like 2 cards in here. Oh no, is it just stuck together? It is. Alright. So we got Spiritualism. Injection Fairy Lily, which I remember being pretty good one to play. Then I also had masks. So Mask of Dispel. There should be others. I was really hoping they would just be together. Life Absorbing Machine. Oh, hold on. No. Thought something might have been stuck to it. There you go. Master Brutality. Mask of Brutality. Witch's Apprentice. I liked the tunes a lot too, so I have Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Black Luster Soldier. Also the ritual card for it. Toon Summon Skull. Partition of Darkness. Gravity Bind. Black Illusion Ritual. What do you think that one's for? Mask of the Cursed. Almost said Accused. Taylor the Fickle. Or Nuzzler. These are all just magic cards. Pretty typical ones we've seen already. Got Trap Master here. 2-pronged attack. Tsukuyomi. Yada, yada, yada. There's another one with a shiny text. Monster Recovery. Metal Detector. Is this one hollow? No. Keep it going. Toon Goblin Attack Force. Got an Anti here. Fake Trap. Mask of Restrict, which is got a hollow and shiny text. Witch of the Black Forest. I'm sure I sound so like dumb with like actual card collectors watching this. I'm not familiar with the terms. Lord of D. Cyber Harpy Lady. Skull Lair. Again to the bottom here. Rare Gold Armor. Manga Ryuran and Relinquished. Now you might be asking, where is Jinzo? I honestly don't know. I'm kind of confused as to where Jinzo could be. I without a doubt had Jinzo. I absolutely adore Jinzo. And I'm gonna not be fixated on the fact that I currently don't have it. There were some specials in there, I'm sure. If there was anything you liked, feel free to share it in the comments below. Maybe it's in one of these sleeves with the other cards. I'm not about to sift through them. We'll just move on. Okay. Now for Pokemon. Now, one thing that's in my tin here is this Pokemon coin. This is the one and only coin I think I've ever possessed. So it's that. Now, Pokemon cards. First cards I ever collected. Very first ones ever. They were always exciting. I never really got into like playing the game competitively. It was always just fun to like have the cards and trade with kids on the street and stuff. Okay. So again, this isn't like tearing open a pack, so it's really just like a mixed bag of whatever's there. Maybe I'll go with these first. I don't even know where these would have came from. But I have... Well, actually, I think these are like... This one, I think, came with the movie. Mewtwo Strikes Back. I could be wrong. But it definitely came out around that time. And it's like the Pokedex reading for Dawn Fan. And then this is one on Seal. We've definitely seen better days, but what you gonna do? Okay. So again, I'm not sure really what to expect in here. Doubt there's really anything all that special, but we're going to go through it together. You guys can have a look, and you did see the Mew, but I think we're going to flip it over just because I don't want to stack it backwards, you know what I mean? So again, I think I'm going to put this stuff in binders. It'll just be easier to like store that way. So maybe we'll go through them and see like if there's anything here that's worth a little something. So I'm sure for some people there's probably some specials in here. Should I zoom in with the camera a little bit? Let's bring it up. I feel like I could zoom in with it a little. Swedine. Am I saying that right? Swedine? Swedine. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Let me find the scene here. Above camera. Properties. I'm actually not sure how I can change the settings from here. We're just going to go with it. No, it'll just be a moment of discomfort. Hold on. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, so it's going to look weird for a second, but this is so I can control it. Okay, that's looking better. Bring it up nice and close. Cool. Alrighty. So hopefully that's a little clearer for you guys now. There's nothing here that I can really like put emphasis on because not all that sure with what I have here. This is some kind of shiny, not a shiny. I know there's actual shiny types, but holographic Swablu. I guess I could point that stuff out. Swablu. Maybe there's something in here that really stood out to you. Feel free to fire off in the chat. Kind of basic Geodude. These are probably the newest prints that I possess, so we're just gonna keep getting older as we go. Man, you know, some kind of, and there's a, I know, nah, never mind. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I was gonna say, if there was like a way I could attach something to my camera to just like read the card like through the camera feed and just give me a readout of things, that would be so cool. Brock's Vulpix, some potions. Look at that, recycle. And oh. Onyx, Sandshrew. I think we got some energy cards here. That's fighting, of course. Mysterious Fossil. We're just going to have a bunch of trainer cards here. Oh, there we go. Jigglypuff. And this one, there's like something about this one, right? Maybe not anymore. But doesn't that indicate something? Again, I'm not knowledgeable in a lot of this stuff. Dark Flareon. An electric energy. More trainer cards. Have an Eevee here. Energy cards galore. Pokedex. Pokemon Trader. Got a Bill. A couple of them. And mail from Bill. Imposter Oak. It's been marked. That's unfortunate. Standard Oak. Professor Elm. Sneasel. Light Jolteon. Classic Pikachu. Look nothing like the TV show. Now this one is a little worn out. It's a hollow Raichu. You can see the marks there on it. Maybe that's unfortunate. I don't know. Eradicate. Oh, hold on. There's another one. No, we did Rattata. Eradicate. All the rats are coming through, and the cat is coming to take care of it all. Got another one of those Jigglypuff cards. Doduo. Chansey. This is a newer print too. Newer to the classics here. This is a Furo. What does that stand for? What was that icon for? What is that icon for? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Got a war turtle. Totodile. Poliwag. Poliwhirl. Side duck. Ammonite. Does he also have a different icon? Oh yeah, because that like indicates fossil type, right? Or something? There's a few indicators, I guess. Might have to do a whole like rabbit hole deep dive into this stuff. Cloyster. Articuno, but I think this is promo. Yeah. Promo print. Articuno. That came out during the movie 2000, right? Venonat. Another Venonat. Some bug types coming through. I mean, one thing I'll say is there's far less duplicates in here than I would have expected. Tangela. Heracross. Shining Celebi. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's also holographic. Maybe it's special. Magmar. Another type of Magmar. I did like my fire types a lot. Ponyta. A couple of those. Okay. And I have a Rapidash here. Why do these have that icon? What is up with that? What's going on with that? What's the deal with airplane food? Growlithe, Arcanine, 2 Arcanine, a Charmander, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4. Except this one, that means it's a rocket type, right? Like a Team Rocket Pokemon. Doesn't it usually say like Rocket Charmander or something? Got a Charmeleon. And you might ask yourself, does it lead to a Charizard? Heck yeah, it does. It's not hollow though, it's pretty basic. But yeah, I got a Charizard. Of course I got a Charizard. A Chop, a Choke, some Mankeys, a few too many Mankeys. There's a Primeape, Tyrogue, Diglett. Sandshrew, Sandslash, Graveler, and a Golem. Slowpoke. Drowsy. I would say the one thing I lack most in is probably the Psychic types, honestly. Unknown T. Another Unknown N. I also have S. P. X. I forgot how many of these I had. Y. Oh my god. L. 2 L's. And that's it, I think. Now it's Ghastly. With a Haunter. Abra. Kadabra. Smoochum. And a Jinx. Here we go. Promo Mewtwo card. This one has actually survived. Considering the condition of a lot of these cards, I'm really impressed that one is as good as it is. Then we have a Promo Mew. 2 of them, actually. That's it. That's all of the trading cards. Those are all of the cards that I ever purchased in my childhood. Not a single thing here I purchased when I got older. This is all stuff that I acquired from the 90s into the early 2000s. Oh, that was a nice little trip down memory lane. So like I said, I think they're going to find their way into binders. I have to get a binder. Then I'm going to have to go through these again, and maybe we can go like deep into the rabbit hole. You know, kind of figure out what I've got, what could be done with it, what else is there that I don't know, right? And you know what? I'm kind of curious if these Harry Potter cards are sought after. They're probably not. They're probably not at all. People certainly aren't making card shops for the Harry Potter trading card game. Certainly, they're not. Okay, well, there's a bit of clutter here, but I'm just going to push them off to the side. What do you guys think? Should we play more Gamedle or something? I mean, why not? What else are we going to do with our time? So if you weren't here earlier, we got through the dailies. Maybe I'll change the tune. There we go. Are these the same dailies? Yeah, they are. So maybe we'll do that. Oh. Right, okay. For a moment I thought we were in the middle of a puzzle. We do have a streak going though. Okay, you know what? Should I put the camera down? Do I have anything else to share? I'm gonna look around now. Because it's actually in the way. I can't focus anymore with it in my way. I think we're ready. Yeah, we could put it away. I'm gonna just move my desk camera. Much better. Mucho better. Mucho, 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 mucho. Stop. Stop. Yes. Oh, I caught it at just the right time, too. The phone's at like 10%. All right. Okay, back to the action. So Motorfest was too new. Never even heard of the Babel engine. Okay, but we can rule out racing and adventure. Let's try, just cause I'm not, just cause. Damn, older than 2015 too, huh? Really? That was, just cause is considered a racer? We can rule out third person. Alright, let's go the other way. Half-Life 2. So it is a shooter. Older than 2004. Could it be Doom? I'm gonna try 64. id Tech. What else did they have? Quake, right? Oh, I didn't even think that was out in 96. Okay, so what? Oh, what? Okay, so the engine's id Tech, but it's not an id Software developed title. Wolfenstein. Maybe Duke Nukem. But like 3D maybe? That was 96. Alright, Clue. What'd you give me? Infinity Ward. Well, that's Call of Duty. Like the first one. I had no idea that was made in id Tech. Let's just have a look at how this series has aged. I remember when this first came out, it was mind-blowing. This is almost too fuzzy. Is this really the best quality they could have found? Holy shit, though. How far things have come. Alright, you get the idea. On to the next. Call of Duty. Can I go newer than that? It's not a first-person title. It's also not a shooter. I find it interesting that this, well, actually, was the original called just Call of Duty? Now I'm starting to doubt myself. Because there is Call of Duty, not Big Red One, Finest Hour. I'm pretty sure this is the very first one. Anyways, I brought that up because I was confused why it was 360 and PS3, and Engage as well. But like 360, PS3, it's like the first game definitely came out in the early 2000s. But 2003, I'm pretty sure is too early for 360 and PS3. Devs. No. Alright, newer than 2003. Not a shooter. Might have some kind of historical action thing going on. It's also not first person. I'm gonna try a Dynasty Warriors. For like, I don't know, 4? What are the odds that I would nail the same year? It's also not a third person. So it's gotta be isometric. Or I suppose it could be 2D as well. It's not tactical, not a hack and slash. Also didn't come out for Xbox or PlayStation 2. Let's try Age of Empires. Or like Age of Kings? Oh my god, I'm doing a terrible job with the years. An absolute terrible job. I'm gonna just throw this one out. Oh, but it's said not third person. Never mind. What gives something other than an isometric view? That is not also first or third. I can't believe I haven't been able to take the year further. Let's try. The Dynasty Warriors doesn't work. But something with more. Let's try. Actually, no. Anything I'm thinking of right now is just guns. Isometric bird view. Could be something like Pikmin. Let's try. No way. Okay. So that actually gave us some shit to go for. It's an adventure title. We know this because RTS is red down here. Could it be action? I guess it still could be action. Oh, we also eliminated historical and warfare here. Okay. So I'm going to say action for sure. Some kind of action adventure. Action adventure with isometric perspective. But it's not a Nintendo developed or published title.
You've unlocked a new boat!
Let's thank. I really appreciate it. The new boat is exciting. Too bad it's frozen up here. We actually got snow today, which is insane. It's still snowing, I'm pretty sure. It's almost like winter's just holding on for as long as it possibly can. You think it came out for Switch? I bet you anything Switch is the system it should be on. Oh shit, I just dropped my... Oh, okay. Excuse me. I think we get a clue after this. Or no, the clue comes in 2 more attempts, so... Action adventure. Also released on the Switch. With an isometric perspective. Something more than isometric, too. Could it be something like... What's that? There's like a VR game featuring like a fox. I just write fox. Whoops. I just write fox. What comes up? Yeah, Star Fox. Star Fox Guard, honestly. Okay, at least that narrowed the gap, and it's eliminated the Wii U. I guess that would be a shooter. Puzzle strategy. So it's just something nestled just perfectly in 2014 and 2015. Could it be, let's take it. Action fantasy. Action adventure fantasy game between 2014 and 2015. Could it be Trine? Maybe? But like 2? I was a little too old on that one. Wrong franchise. And no to side view. Okay. So it must be Diablo, right? That's what they're giving us here? Diablo 3? Okay, well, there is a lead here, and we got to be very careful with how we approach it. There are 2 guesses left. So 2014 to 2015, what could possibly have been out there that is an action fantasy game with not just single player, but multiplayer and cooperative elements with more than just an isometric view? More than just isometric with, that's a big red flag on side view, and third and first person as well. So what the fuck is left? Is it a VR title? It can't, maybe? I guess it could be. Right? No, because it's, I think we have confirmation that it's on the Switch. So I can't imagine it would be VR. Man. I don't know. Action fantasy kind of game, like what could it possibly be? Do you think it'd be an indie game? Could there be an indie game? Or 2015. Have we tried Skyrim yet? No, it would be Skyrim. 2014 to 2015. That seems kind of recent. Like Skyrim, I'm pretty sure it was 2012. Trying to think back to what kind of multiplayer games would have existed that fit this bill. Like a part of me wants to say League of Legends, but is that on the Switch? It's a different version that's on the Switch, right? Is that one called Rift or something? I'm gonna try Magica. No. No. Oh, damn. That was an Arrowhead title? I actually had no clue. Look how far they've come. Alright, well, I'm pretty much ready to admit defeat on this one. What a way to end the stream. Or the streak. I do think I should start thinking of ending the stream soon, though. We'll do like 1 or 2 more of these, depending on how long they take. But, I don't know, man. Can't even think of anything like magical or action-oriented. Well, anything I could think of is like a shooter. So I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to change the tunes. All right. It's the multiplayer part that's got me the most stumped. Like, if it's not a shooter, what could it possibly be? And we're gonna see it once it tells us what it is. It's gonna be so obvious. Meh. What's a good guess to throw out there? I want to do like one good guess. You know, I don't just want to throw it away. I can't give up that easy. You know? If it's an isometric but also more than that, could it be like, I don't know, my mind kind of goes to Sims, but Sims doesn't really have like the magical fantasy side of things. And then I start thinking of tower defense, but I'm pretty sure those would be considered shooters. I don't know. League of Legends, I guess. Ah. Of course. I don't think I'm reading these two correctly. Like, is it a game that has cooperative, therefore it's multiplayer enabled, or is it multiplayer enabled and then just so happens to also provide a cooperative mode? Is sort of my question, if that makes sense. So we've been playing on normal. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Something older than that. Oh, interesting. You think it's another isometric? I'm going to try the auditory. Let's go with Guitar Hero. Hold on, let's check these here. It's all just new recent stuff. No Vita, no Switch. Also no Windows. So yeah, Guitar Hero is not a bad guess. Let's go with 2. Oh great, we've confirmed it's in-house. Did not come out for PS2 or 360. Is absolutely not music. Absolutely not party. It's older than 2006. It's not Activision published. Oh, Clay Entertainment published Crypt of the Necrodancer? Interesting. Yeah. That's the warning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not an auditory. Let's try the bird's eye view. Let's go Warcraft. Do I want 3? Maybe we'll go older, 2. Oh, that confirmed a fair amount. Single player with multiplayer. Sometime between 96 and 2005. It's not on PC. Or DOS. So could it have been maybe for Dreamcast? Excuse me for a minute. You know, that era between 96 and 2005, so much happens in that time. Like an obscene amount of things happen in that time. This is isometric, though. Bird's view. In-house engine. It's not a Blizzard title. I was going to go Diablo, but it's not Blizzard. Maybe it's... Ooh, black and white? No. Okay, we got a narrow gap, 96 to 2000. Oh, I should have known. Not on PC. So, okay, we should be able to figure out what platform this is for. Could it be like Chessmaster or something like that? Wait, is the puzzle? No, we haven't ruled out puzzle. It's okay, not on PC. Not on the original PlayStation. Not on the Saturn. Doesn't rule out Dreamcast, though. Here's a Dreamcast title. I guess we also haven't ruled out Nintendo 64. Nothing with strategy, party, or music. Let's assume it's puzzle. Do you think it could be Lemmings or Worms? Maybe Worms? Oh, but that's like PC stuff. Oh no, hold on. Worms 3D. No, it was a little sooner. I should have known. Should have known. What is Nintendo published? Game Freak. Oh my god. What do you think it's going to be? Hold on. 96 to 2000. Let's go with silver. Now we're just going to be guessing. Pokemon Gold? We got 2 more tries. Blue. Oh my god. It is so close. Do you think it's red? I bet you it's red. Through process of elimination, the red and blue original trailers. Oh my god, dude, let me see this. I've been on such a nostalgia trip lately. Oh my god. This is wonderful.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold separately.
Guys, that took me so far back. Oh my god. Man, I don't know. I must be going through something. I'm hitting like mid-30s, so maybe this is like a midlife thing going on. But I don't know. Just as of late, with everything that's been happening, I just kind of want to live in that time again. You know? 96. Oh, look at that. Nintendo published, Game Freak published, or developed. It's not the Pokemon franchise, though, so it can't be Game Freak, but let's try, I don't know, Super Mario Sunshine. We'll just, like, jump every couple years. Single player. Wrong Saga. We'll do Galaxy next. Do I go Odyssey? Oh, is it like, could it be Paper Mario? Origami King, is that too far? Maybe Sticker Star. I'm just trying to narrow a year down. I should be cluing into the perspective though. Okay. So it's not a third-person game. It is Mario. Could it be Mario and Rabbids? And Rabbids. Let's go Kingdom Battle. It's for the Switch. It's newer than that. Action fantasy. Wrong Saga. I mean, action fantasy with Mario. Ended single player. I mean, doesn't every Mario game sort of have fantasy tied to it? what's our perspective? It's not isometric. It's not third person. Isometric third person. Could it be a Dr. Mario thing? But that's got multiplayer. It's fairly recent too. What am I forgetting? A lot of Mario stuff has multiplayer, so if we just eliminate the multiplayer, what else is left? Like any of the offshoot sports stuff, you can can those. Mario Kart, you can can that. I mean, Odyssey is single player. But that would be third person, would it not? Talking about the single player Mario title. And it's more than just Nintendo developed and published. I mean, I feel like that should narrow the list quite a bit. But I don't know. I'm blanking. Mario franchise. Could it be Mario and Luigi? What was the most recent one? It was Dream Team. When would that have come out? I know Superstar Saga was the first one. Inside Story I think kind of hovers around this era, but I believe that was... Well, okay, no, we gotta... There's only been one that came to Switch. What the fuck was the title? Dream Team? No, that was wrong. Oh, side view. But every side view Mario game is... It has multiplayer, doesn't it? Okay, so let's just think about side view. Single player action fantasy Mario. There's so many games, guys. I mean, is it... Oh no, that's got multiplayer. I'm thinking Mario Maker. I'm thinking even Wonder's got like 4-player co-op. New Super Mario Brothers has co-op. Super Mario 3D World has... I'm pretty sure that has cooperative. Like, there's just so much, like, multiplayer that's in Mario stuff now. So what came out? It was single player. And it doesn't say that it's a game starring Mario. It's just Mario franchise. So it could be Yoshi. It could be... Oh, maybe... Hold on. Let's think. Yoshi. If we try Yoshi, would it be Crafted World? The Saga franchise thing really like throws me off. Because I feel like... And if it does come this way, maybe we should play more to just find out. But if Yoshi counts as Mario franchise, then I suppose anything like Luigi, Peach, all of that just kind of falls under the same franchise. And that just makes it... That doesn't narrow the list down enough, in my opinion. When it says wrong saga, I feel like it's hinting that it is a Mario title. It's just not... you know, this Mario game. But it's still a game that features Mario. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try Yoshi. Pardon me. Oh wow. That was a big one. It was huge. Good feel. Side view. Unreal Engine? What? What? There's a Mario game made in Unreal Engine? I suppose Yoshi's Crafted World is. That actually shocks me. I'm minorly embarrassed that I'm not figuring this out. Is there anything besides Yoshi that does like a side view with a Mario character? Could it be Good Feel? Good Feel is the deaf. Good Feel is the deaf. So if it's not Yoshi's Crafted World, is it a different Yoshi title? Judging from, I mean, from what I would expect Nintendo to do, if they feel that there's a developer that does well with a particular like series of games, in this case, like because Mario is such a big franchise period, I feel like these guys just handle the Yoshi stuff. I kind of thought Woolly World was a bad guess. But that, okay, case in point. Good Feel also did Yoshi's Woolly World, so... Yoshi's New Island? What? So Crafted and Woolly did not work. Yoshi Story's too old. Yoshi Island's too old. What is Yoshi's New Island? I can't even... What? If it's saying wrong saga, does that mean wrong character? Let's see if it clarifies. Video Game Saga is a collection of titles that share a common theme frequently follow an overarching main story. Video game franchise frequently stretches beyond the limits of the main game series to include sub-series and offshoots. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the list and I'm not happy with these options. Mostly because I can't remember what Yoshi's New Island would have been. But they seem to be the Yoshi dev, so maybe we should just do it. Then again, I've only been suggesting platformers. It seems to be more than that. So what more could it be? I did consider like Toad, Captain Toad. That would be third person. Well, that would be more of an isometric view. I think that would be a side view. Okay, whatever. I can't think of any other... Oh. Right. You know, that did come up in my head, but I'm thinking, I don't know. Are they doing Princess Peach? I got so fixated on the fact that it was just, we already showed 2 Yoshi titles that this dev was doing, or has done. I guess I didn't really think of Princess Peach Time or whatever the fuck it was called. What a stupid game, by the way. Princess Peach Showtime. We confirmed Unreal Engine. It's also not side view. Nintendo published or on the Switch. So let's go. Because right now it's anybody. Let's try Gears of War. But like, I don't know, 2? Right franchise, okay. 4. Okay, 5. Or is it Judgment Day? No, it's just 5. Well, that was boring. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. We're gonna do 10 more minutes. Give or take. This might just end up being the last one. But within 10 minutes. You know what, I'm gonna change the tunes again. There we go. All right. This is really going to get your brain going now. So, older than 2019, has third-person perspective. More than that, too. Not a shooter, though. Or adventure title. No shooter, no adventure. Let's assume it's sci-fi. Could it be something like... Does StarCraft 2 give you a third person? I don't think it does. Does Mass Effect give you anything more than third person? I suppose it does. But wait, that's made an Unreal Engine, right? Um, hmm. Let's try and get an era down. Let's try, I don't know, Sly Cooper, Thievius Raccoonus. Okay, it's newer than 2002. Absolutely not a Sony title, though. Or a platformer. Not adventure, so I guess Skyrim's off the list. It's also not a platformer. Could it be some kind of strategy game? Like, what if I did Command and Conquer? No. I was going to go Tiberium Wars, but I don't think that's going to narrow the gap enough. That was only for 360. Did it have multiplayer? Can't remember if it had multiplayer. Feel like it did. Also, I don't think there's third person in that. What about Mech Assault? No, there's multiplayer in Mech Assault. Mech Assault might still be a good guess. Just so we could pull the release year up or even completely down. But would I do Mech Assault 2? Or would I go... No, 2's got multiplayer. I feel like 2 and Beyond is just going to have multiplayer. Let's try... We have Big Reds for PS2 and PS3, but let's try... I'm going to go for a Souls-like, I think. Oh. Do they ever give you more than just third person in those games? Not so sure. But part of me wants to suggest Bloodborne. Then again, that'd probably be considered an adventure. Could this be a racing title? Could we do something like Need for Speed? Do I want original most wanted? Okay, EA. Not racing, though. First person, third person. And it's single player. Do you think it is a Mass Effect? Let's go for Mass Effect 3. Yeah. I was hesitant about that because guns. But I'm really focused on narrowing that year. (2013 to 2018). What was EA putting out? That was single player. The first Titanfall. but it says no for shooters. Mirror's Edge, was that EA? Actually, you never get a third-person perspective on that. Oh, this for sure is going to be the last puzzle. I'm getting tuckered out. So nothing with roleplay, nothing with adventure, no guns, no racing, no platforming. I'm going to say it's pretty safe to suggest it's action. Not so sure about the sci-fi. Could it be Burnout? Had multiplayer, right? Pretty sure Paradise did. Well, yeah, Point of Impact is like the first instance of multiplayer in that game, so I guess there's no way it's that. Man, they've been dishing out the tricky ones today. I just have to think about Electronic Arts. What does EA put out? That's solo. Like there's so many. Like there's such a fine, like narrow list of solo titles. I feel like we should be able to narrow this list down. So it's not Titanfall. I feel like I know. Star Wars Fallen Order. No, Jedi Survivor. It was too recent. Fantasy, comedy, sandbox, romance. What? What is this mixture? Fantasy, comedy, sandbox. Fantasy, comedy, sandbox. It's definitely an EA published title. But what? honestly, I have no clue. I know I keep saying that. Could it be like a Dragon Age? I mean, these two just got a yellow, though, so I assumed that BioWare was not part of it. Could be a Dragon Age, though, I suppose? No. And role plays are red, of course. Could be such an idiot sometimes. Let's recap what we have here. No to guns. No to adventure. No to platforming or racing. Also RPG. Nor hack and slash. Is there like a puzzle game? But it's sandboxy. I mean, it makes me think of PopCap. So maybe it's like Plants vs. Zombies or something like that. But then, like, where does the romance really play into that? We creeped 1 year closer. So it's not even that either. It's not tactical, strategy, or RTS. And I'm very curious as to what game this is. '14 to 2018. 2014 to 2018. The hell was EA publishing that was so single player? And I can't say it's Just Cause because guns. What platforms are we looking at here? Doesn't seem like... So it's not on mobile. Much later than 360 PS3. Could it be a Sims game? I mean, the theme I feel should be simulation. Maybe that's the genre. Let's try Sims. Sims 4. Okay. Okay. We got it. Woof. The streak stays. Yeah, I would have been upset if I didn't think of The Sims. That would have been just nuts. That would have been crazy. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting tired. This is what I've discovered recently, in case you guys are wondering. Because I'm not streaming as late as I typically do. I mean, this is sort of where it averages, but I know I would go far later. Lately I've been getting a little more tired earlier in the night. Pretty much ever since the St. Patrick's Day stream. I don't know if my body's just been recouping from what happened that day. But this could be where my age is kind of catching up on me. I have also been I've been quitting cigarettes, and I haven't had one for over 2 weeks at this point. And I think that's been messing with my head a little bit. So I guess I'm just kind of going through shit. Not that there's anything bad about going to bed early. But yeah. Sorry I couldn't go later. I typically stream after midnight. We'll see how that goes. I've been meaning to do more like midday kind of things, but I always find myself getting like busy with other stuff. So like streaming at night just works out the best because I'm winding down. Really, I just want to hang out and do, just whatever, play some games, go through some trading cards, maybe share some collectibles with you guys, just that kind of stuff. So it always kind of works out that way. But I'm trying different things, so keep a lookout. You might find me on in an afternoon or something like that. Of course, you could follow me to get updates for that. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick under the same username, and all social media platforms too. If you want to see more of me, I will be streaming tomorrow with friends of mine through a channel called Co-op Couch Show, which you could find also on Twitch, but YouTube and Kick. That's Co-op Couch Show. That's all one word. That's our username. That's how you can find us. We've been doing that for an awful long time, well over 10 years, and always have a good time just chilling with Humphrey and Ellis and doing that. So if you guys want to see more of me, head over there, check out what we got. Lots of good stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Not much else to be said. What do you think, Bass Man?
Today's tourney takes place on Island Lake. Watch for a structure, and you will find fish.
All right. On that note, I bid you all adieu. Have yourselves a good morning, good night, and I will see you later. Peace.